Here's example 4 from the book, How to Build and Frame Circular Stairs. And of course this will use a little thicker tread. Before we were using 1/8" plywood, so in some cases you might be able to use 3/4 inch plywood depending upon the width of the stairs. And for this right here I'm using a 3x10. So to give you an idea of what you're working with. And maybe you could use a 2x10 or tongue and groove. If you just use 2x10 for something like this and you have a 3-foot span, let's say, you might have a weak spot at the joints. So a tongue and groove type of material might work, or you would need to attach something to the bottom of the tread, some type of a nailer to keep them from moving. And of course, you might need to install additional support studs. This will be to make it easier to add the finish if you're going to use drywall, something like that. You just can't go ahead. You can't use one board here and one board here. You could end up with a big problem. And of course, that would vary as the distance, as it gets taller. For the first one here, you might have enough support for the area here and the bottom plate. You might be able to just curve around that, and maybe up here. But once you get to here, start getting a little farther apart. I would say if you get a little farther apart than 12 inches, 16 inches, something like that, you are definitely going to need these support studs. And of course, this here is using a curved framing plate. You would use the same curved framing plate below to attach to build the wall and then attach the treads to it. And again, there's more information in the book. These are examples that we are using, as I mentioned in example 3, the video on example 3. These are videos that are, hopefully, they can help experienced carpenters give an idea of how to build something. And if you're looking for a little more info, get the book, and it'll help you, definitely help you. Because it goes through the principles. It explains the basics, let's say, and sometimes that's all we need, a little simple explanation, and it's enough. So again, the plywood framing plates, these help build the walls that will be used to support the studs and the treads. And as I mentioned earlier, you can always use thicker materials or thinner materials as long as they meet the span requirements. Here are the interior studs. You might need one. One might be fine, or you might need 2. Top view of the treads and the landing. And we can't do it. This is a bottom view. This is definitely a view you're not going to be able to get from somebody building this on a job. That's why I love this software. It allows me to rotate everything around to give you a bottom view and zoom in on everything and get what I need to get my point across. So again, this is book 4. How to Build and Frame Circular Stairs. And I definitely recommend getting this book if you're going to be building stairs or you want to learn more about stair building. And don't forget to visit our website, and that's at homebuildingandrepairs.com, and you can check out some of our other books on stair building also. I am planning on writing one book for every type of stairway that is commonly used or commonly built around the world.